Now I know what you're thinking. Gardening? That sounds like a lot of work. And yes, some gardens do demand constant attention. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be that way. You can have a beautiful, thriving garden that doesn't take over your life. Honestly, the secret lies in choosing the right plants, those low-maintenance heroes that practically take care of themselves. And that's what we're diving into today. Welcome to Don't Do This Guide, where we make gardening accessible and enjoyable for everyone, even if you have a life outside of your garden. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future guides. Now, before we get carried away with specific plants, let's talk about what we mean by low-maintenance gardening. It's not about neglecting your garden altogether. Even the most self-sufficient plants need a little TLC. It's more about working nature, not it. Choosing plants that are well-suited to your climate, your soil, and let's be honest, the amount of time you realistically have to spare. It's about embracing a bit of what some might call organized chaos, where plants are allowed to grow in a more natural, relaxed way. And the beauty of low-maintenance gardening is that it benefits everyone. It's perfect for busy people who crave a bit of green in their lives, but don't have hours to spare for pruning and preening. It's ideal for beginner gardeners who might be a bit intimidated by the thought of complex routines. And you know what? It's even a blessing for more experienced gardeners like myself, who want to spend less time on chores and more time simply enjoying the fruits of their labor, or rather, the blooms of their garden. So how do we achieve this low-maintenance paradise? Well, it all starts with understanding a few basic principles. Now, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, right plant, right place. It's the golden rule of gardening, and it's especially true when we're aiming for low maintenance. Before you even think about specific plants, take a good look at your garden. What kind of soil do you have? Is it heavy clay, free-draining sand, or something in between? Don't worry, we're not getting bogged down in technicalities here. Just observe how your soil behaves. Does water pool on the surface after rain, or does it drain away quickly? This will give you a good indication of your soil type, and it's crucial for choosing plants that will thrive without you having to play soil doctor. Next, consider the amount of sunlight different areas of your garden receive. Is it a sun-drenched, south-facing spot, or does it lurk in the cool shade of a tree? Again, this is vital information because some plants bask in the sun, while others prefer a bit of shade. And finally, think about your garden's microclimates. You might have a sheltered corner that's warmer than other areas or a damp spot that never seems to dry out. These little quirks can make a big difference to a plant's happiness. So, observe your garden, get to know its personality, and choose plants that will feel right at home in the conditions you have to offer. Now let's talk plants. And when it comes to low maintenance, perennials are your best friends. These are the stalwarts of the garden, coming back year after year, bigger and better with minimal fuss from you. One of my absolute favorites is the geranium, not the brightly colored annuals you see everywhere, but the hardy Geranium X Magnificum, or Geranium Roseanne. They flower their socks off for months on end, don't need deadheading, and form lovely bushy clumps that choke out weeds. What more could you ask for? Then there's the ever-reliable sedum, also known as stonecrop. These succulents laugh in the face of drought and thrive in poor soil. Their architectural flower heads attract bees and butterflies, and their autumn foliage is a sight to behold. And for a touch of airy elegance, you can't go wrong with astrantia. These beauties produce masses of delicate, pincushion-like flowers in shades of pink, red, and white. They're happy in sun or partial shade, and are remarkably resistant to pests and diseases. For low-maintenance ground cover in shady spots, I'd recommend epimediums. Their delicate flowers and beautiful foliage add a touch of magic to shady corners, and they're incredibly low maintenance once established. These are just a few examples, of course. There are countless other low-maintenance perennials out there, just waiting to grace your garden with their presence. Now, perennials are fantastic, but we can't forget about shrubs. They provide structure and year-round interest, and some of them are remarkably low maintenance. Take the incredibly versatile Choicea ternata, also known as Mexican orange blossom. It's a real workhorse with glossy evergreen foliage, fragrant white flowers in spring, and a naturally neat habit that rarely requires pruning. For a touch of winter cheer, you can't beat Hamamelis X intermedia or witch hazel. Just when you think the garden is going to sleep for the winter, these beauties burst into bloom with spidery, fragrant flowers in shades of yellow, orange, and red. And if you're looking for a shrub that's tough as old boots, look no further than Viburnum tinus. This evergreen marvel tolerates shade, drought, and even a bit of neglect. It flowers for months on end, starting in late winter, and its berries provide a feast for birds. Remember to choose shrubs that suit the size and style of your garden. Don't plant a massive, sprawling shrub in a tiny courtyard garden unless you're prepared to do some serious pruning. Now, let's talk about ground cover plants. These low-growing heroes are essential for suppressing weeds, adding texture and interest, and creating a sense of lushness in the garden. One of my all-time favorites is Alchemilla mollis, or lady's mantle. Its velvety leaves hold water droplets like tiny jewels, and its chartreuse yellow flowers add a touch of sunshine to shady spots. It self-seeds gently, creating a beautiful carpet over time. For a more evergreen option, try Pachysandra terminalis. This shade-loving ground cover forms a dense mat of glossy leaves that suppresses weeds like nobody's business. It's perfect for underplanting shrubs or trees. And if you're looking for something with a bit more flower power, Geranium macrorhizum is a great choice. This vigorous ground cover produces masses of pink or magenta flowers in spring, and has aromatic foliage that releases a lovely scent when brushed against. Remember to choose ground covers that suit the light levels in your garden. Some, like lady's mantle, prefer a bit of shade, while others, like Geranium macrorhizum, are happy in full sun. Now let's face it, we can't always rely on the weather to cooperate. That's why it's a good idea to include some drought-tolerant plants in your low-maintenance garden. One of the best is lavender. Its silvery foliage and fragrant purple flowers are a joy to behold, and it positively thrives in dry, sunny conditions. Just make sure it has well-drained soil, as it hates to have wet feet. Another great option is Eryngium, also known as sea holly. These architectural beauties add a touch of drama to the garden with their thistle-like flowers and silvery blue foliage. They're incredibly tough and can withstand even the driest conditions. And for a touch of Mediterranean charm, try rosemary. This aromatic herb is incredibly drought-tolerant and releases its wonderful scent whenever you brush past it. Plus, you can use it to flavor your cooking. Remember to mulch around your drought-tolerant plants to help conserve moisture in the soil. And even though they can cope with dry spells, it's still a good idea to give them a good watering during prolonged periods of drought. Now, one of the joys of gardening is seeing your plants self-seed and pop up in unexpected places. It's nature's way of adding a touch of serendipity to your garden. One of my favorite self-seeders is Verbena bonariensis. This tall, elegant plant produces masses of purple flowers that attract bees and butterflies. It self-seeds readily, creating a beautiful, airy effect in the garden. Another great option is Aquilegia, also known as columbine. These charming plants come in a wide range of colors and have delicate spurred flowers that resemble tiny dancers. They self-seed freely, adding a touch of whimsy to the garden. And if you're looking for a self-seeder with a touch of magic, try Digitalis purpurea or foxglove. These biennial plants produce tall spires of bell-shaped flowers that are beloved by bees. They self-seed readily, creating a stunning display in the garden. Of course, not everyone is a fan of self-seeders. If you prefer a more controlled look in your garden, simply deadhead your plants before they have a chance to set seed. Now, I know I keep saying low maintenance, not no maintenance. Even the most self-sufficient garden needs a bit of TLC now and then. But the good news is that maintaining a low-maintenance garden is a world away from the back-breaking work of a more traditional garden. It's about working with nature, not against it. One of the best things you can do is mulch, mulch, mulch. A thick layer of organic mulch, like well-rotted manure or bark chippings, will do wonders for your garden. It helps suppress weeds, conserve moisture in the soil, and improve soil fertility over time. Next, keep an eye on your plants and water them when necessary. Even drought-tolerant plants will appreciate a good soaking during prolonged dry spells. And remember, it's better to water deeply and less often than to give your plants a light sprinkle every day. Finally, don't be afraid to get stuck in and do a bit of weeding now and then. Even in a low-maintenance garden, some weeds will inevitably creep in. But the good news is that with a bit of regular attention, you can keep on top of them before they have a chance to take over. So, there you have it. My guide to creating a beautiful, thriving garden that doesn't require you to spend every waking hour tending to it. Remember, it's all about choosing the right plants for the right place and then letting them do their thing. By following these tips, you can have a garden that brings you joy, not stress. a place where you can relax, unwind, and reconnect with nature. If you found this guide helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Don't Do This Guide for more practical gardening advice, and share your own low-maintenance plant suggestions in the comments below. We love hearing from you.